What's up, guys, gals, and Book Nook pals? It's Pluck the Bunny with a special Book Nook unboxing. This time we're going to do two kits. You can actually see them both in the picture here. Just a little early Christmas video so you can get your gifts ready if you're giving them away for the holidays or if you're building them for a loved one. So we have two by Roll Life today. We have the Christmas Street and we have the Christmas Indoor Scene. So let's start off with the indoor scene because it's already down on the bottom. Don't forget the new discount on Nova when you buy 2 or more of the retractable knives. And if you go over to the subreddit, you can enter in a raffle to win one of 3 free ones that they're giving away. All right. They did not sponsor this, but they are partnered with the community. All right. Let's open this up and see what we're working with. It's like Christmas morning, we're opening up our gift. Oh, I should use the retractable function of the retractable knife, huh? What do you guys think? Alright, we'll try and do this as quick as possible since we got 2 and it's going to be a longer video. Alright, opening it up right off the bat, we have our Roll Life goodness. I see a lot of different thin sheets. I see 2 sets of my favorite and everyone else's least favorite, the double-sided glue strips. We're going to hold off on a second. They always include their safety instruction booklet, which you should definitely read. They also include their guide for their symbols, so you don't have to keep flipping back and forth, which is nice. We got our instruction manual, which we'll get to in a second, and we have our accoutrement. So here's our electronics package, standard 2 AAA battery box with the touch sensor. The LEDs are not pre-wired together, so you will need to do the twist and tape. I hate the tape, so recommend picking up the heat shrink butt connectors. If I remember, I will try and put them in the call comments. I will put them in the video description. We got 2 pipe cleaners here. Haven't seen pipe cleaners in forever. I'm guessing those are going to be for our wreath at the top of the front. Anyway, that's my guess. I don't really want to dig into this too much because there's lots of pieces. Looks like we got a bow, we got some handles, we got some ribbon, other ribbon, third ribbon, we got some beads in various shapes. We have a bell, some big crystals, a few stars, different sizes, a metal pole. I'm not sure what that's going to be for. Screwdriver. This says tool on it. Bottle of alcohol. And this also says tool on it. So it looks like they're giving us a couple tools. This is the tape for taping up your electronics. God awful. Get rid of it. And we will make a sacrifice to the sandpaper gods because we don't have a tiny one to toss away in here. Let's get looking at our instruction manual. So typical Roll Life instruction manual. It's lengthwise, not height-wise. It is not full color, but they do make good use of the color in their illustrations to show you the highlighted piece to help figure out orientation. That way you don't have to worry about if things are going on upside down. It does look like they use significant use of the tape in this, so that'll be a boon for me, not so much for some of you guys. One thing about Roll Life instruction manuals is they don't use quite as much audio as I would have liked. I'm guessing the dots are going to be in there somewhere. Probably with the runners, we haven't seen those yet though. Interesting composition here. It doesn't look like you're building the center and then the walls are going around it, as opposed to a lot of book nooks where you build up on the wall and then assemble it together. I know a lot of people are not a fan of the glue dots and the glue tape, but I will tell you, trying to glue these little beads, absolutely terrible. So, being able to use these glue dots to stick the beads on, trust me, that's going to save you a whole lot of ass ache in the end. There's no better way of saying that. All right, so I'm going to kick the lights on here just a little bit now that the plastic is off the top. All right, and let's get into this guy. So again, I like to do my serpentine on the top. That way I don't accidentally slip between the runners and cut them. The downside is it does make it not that effective a cut. So I always look like I can't use a safety knife when I'm doing these videos. But oh, look, I spoke too soon. I could have got my skin on my finger back. We'll take this and we'll sacrifice that to the book note gods. Because that little square of sandpaper just won't do a thing. So we have some effects. We have our fireplace. We have our snowy window. We have, oh baby, three sheets of glue strips. Again, I know you guys hate them. I love them so much. I've tried to find them online just to buy them, but alas, let's just hope they don't ruin this decal sheet. They seem to have stuck to the paper. Now again, if you're a fan of the channel, if you're a regular here, you will know that I'm a big fan of Roll Life's use of different thicknesses of paper. I think it really gives a nice pop and dimensionality to their kits that don't have 3D elements. I think when a kit is made entirely of one thickness material, it looks flat because that's not natural. So we have our paper craft here with some really nice pictures. It's a nice watercolor right there. A couple pictures of Santa Claus. They had it in big and small. I guess they're fans. We have some paper that's going to fold into packages. And oh no, this one's gonna fall off. This one did fall off. But one thing that's really awesome, if you can tell, the lines are actually pre-scored in this paper, which is impressive on such thin paper. The reason why that's such a nice thing is what's going to happen is when you go to fold it, right, you're going to get even folds. They're going to fold in the correct spot, and you're going to get good sharp lines. You're not going to end up with, you know, rounded boxes that look like more like squarish balloons than actual boxes. So let's just give me 1 second. If you want to fix this, this may or may not be a holiday gift, and I don't want them to lose something. Just quick, guys. Sorry, you're watching me do a little surgery here. And then let's take a look at our runners. So we have a very interesting one here. I've seen Roll Life frequently does the paper on wood, but this is almost a 60-40 split, which is interesting. You don't see that too often, but now that I look at it, nope, it's the same standard paper glued onto the MDF. That's okay though. So it's single-sided printing here, nice good solid prints. One thing I really like about Roll Life is they don't try and throw in busy details for the sake of busy details. They're really okay with just having nice, simple, plain, solid colors. We got our outlines here to show us our indexes for our objects. Again, single-sided printing. Tree, railing, windows, doors, but like I said, where it counts, you get the double-sided printing. And one thing that's nice about this is because there's paper on both sides, it does give an added strength to the kits. I got some giant snowflakes here, which, contrary to scientific belief, are exactly the same. And we have our outside wall here, or rather inside wall with our index cuts for other things. So, wow, look at this. Even more double-sided. So, you know, you guys know me, I'm a big fan of double-sided printing because that means they're paying attention to what's facing out, what's facing in. So a lot of double-sided printing in this kit, more than I've seen in a lot of kits, especially for a fairly straightforward kit. I forget if this is street or if this is a house. This is indoor, the indoor one, so this isn't super crazy. So, surprised to see that much double-sided printing. Surprised in a good way. Very happy to see that. But let's go to our next one since we're already at 10 minutes. We're making good time. We have our Christmas streets. This is a much busier Christmas scene. But let's dig into it. And again, Nova left-handed. Very nice. Might not understand how impressive that is if you are a righty. So we're just lefties living in your world. But it's a big help. I can't do it righty though. All right. Opening this up, I already see a mirror and a lot more going on in terms of some of these cutouts. All right, safety instructions, decal guide. I'm sorry, icon guide. Same electronics package. Sorry guys, we're getting a little out of focus. Let's move back here. Woo! Look at that. It's a Christmas miracle. Coming at you in 3D. You don't need to see me. You don't need to see me. There we go. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So it's our same electronics package as in the last kit. Multiple LEDs, not wired to, not pre-wired to the box, but pre-wired to the touch sensor. Looks like a double two AAA setup. We have some holly, or mistletoe rather. We have our plants. We have the red stamen. We have some screws in here, which means we're probably going to be mounting something. We have the standard Roll Life light fixture. We have some gold baubles, which look like they're going to be ornaments on the trees. And we have some gold ribbon. Oh, and a little jingle ball. All right. Standard instruction manual, same as the one we just took a look at. All right. Again, good use of that double-sided tape. Some other ones in the back you can buy. Do like this. I've never seen this before. It's a troubleshooting page for the electronics. That's really nice. It's probably based on feedback they've gotten. They're usually pretty good at listening to that. So let's get into our last thing. We can see right here, we got a couple different types of materials, right? We have, all right, so it looks like we got two small sheets right here because it changes color mid-sheet. We got a couple darker ones, a couple light ones, and another dark one at the end. So my guess is we got two half sheets on top. I'm just guessing, but we'll see. All right, so pretty much the same layout of the box as we saw in the last one. We have our window effects here. And if you're not using your double-sided tape to attach your windows to the wood pieces, you are missing out. So we got our store hours, our open and closing times. I know it's hard to see. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Focus. Oh, all right. We got our open and closing times. I promise you it's in focus. Snowflakes on the window. A little reindeer pattern. All right, we got our double-sided tape and our mirror. And yeah, they are stuck to the mirror, but there's a film on there which will peel off, which is fine. All right, we got our decals underneath. And as always, I'm super appreciative to Roll Life for being pros. Come on, guys. Focus up. Focus up. Nope. Anyway, for being pros and scoring. It doesn't want to focus today, guys. Well, anyway, for being pros and scoring their, you can kind of see it as the light hits it, scoring their decals so they fold at the proper size. We got some snow-covered packages. We got some regular packages. We got some window dressing. We got Santa Claus with a reindeer flying. We have our square of sandpaper, which for this kit we will also sacrifice to the sandpaper gods. And look at that, we do have a split piece. So we have some more paper craft. It's all double-sided, which is always nice. We have our Christmas tree, which again is double-sided, which makes sense because it's a 3D object, so that's pretty cool. And it does look like they have numbered spots on all of them, so you know where to, 2 goes with 2, 5 goes with 5, and so on and so forth. Always a fan when I see a sheet like this in kits. And why, you might ask, do I get excited at a plain brown, unfinished, unprinted sheet? Well, I will tell you. A sheet like this usually is the internal structure. It's the skeleton, the bones of a book nook, if you were. And it usually represents the fact that there's an internal structure that you can't see, which just means the kit is going to be extra stable and well put together. So, big fan of that anytime I see it. We got a couple candy canes here. We do have the cutout. It's kind of hard to see, but you do have the cutout index for the tree right there. An odd photorealistic picture. It's not blurry, I promise. My camera just doesn't want to focus today, probably because I dropped it in the middle of the video. Seems kind of out of place with the cartoony aspect of the rest of the kit, but it does look like that's the direction they wanted to go in with our realistic on the inside. Nice message on the outside. Gifts of time and love are surely the basic ingredients of a truly Merry Christmas. I don't know who Peg Bracken is. If you know who Peg Bracken is, please let me know in the comments. But it's all double-sided printed, which is my favorite. All right, we got a single sheeter here. Again, this is their signature style. We have the solid colors with the black or just engraved look for our details. And I did see the 2 golden knobs in our accessory bag. Nice snow-covered cobble street. Might look nice with some dimensional magic if you have the patience. Just be careful. It doesn't look like a lot of objects are going to be slotted in there. So it might be hard to put them in flush if you have the dimensional magic in place. But this area up here, or this area here in the front, definitely looks like it would benefit from it. That's just my 2 cents. Single-sided, some more cobblestone, lots of squares. So my guess is, based on our decals and the layout, G23 will go on all the G24s ending in G25. Right, you can see the little indentations. It's kind of hard to see, but there are little indentations in the G25. Really doesn't want to focus, guys, sorry. Little indentations in the G25 that aren't in the other ones that indicate that that's where it'll secure. And my guess is all of those on top of each other are going to make the stack that is a gift, and then you will wrap the decal around that, and then you'll be very happy that they pre-scored their decals so everything folds correctly. And then we have our back and our top. Our top's going to have a Christmas tree shaped cutout. Santa's dessert shop. We got some more cobblestone. Another thing I like about them is they carve directional arrows into their pieces so that when you are orienting them, you can see where they're supposed to go. So that's it, guys. That's 2 kits. In just over 18 minutes, we have our Christmas indoor scene and our Christmas street by Roll Life. I will put links to both of them in the call comments. I keep saying call comments. Maybe you guys can guess what my daytime job is in the comments, the video comments below. I'm going to put links to both of these kits in the comments or in the description, along with our coupon code for 15% off at Roll Life or Robotime websites. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us. If I don't speak to you before the holidays, have a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you soon. All right, pluck out.